Good morning, it's Brenda. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday. I hope you all had a very wonderful weekend. We had a very good weekend. We had Braden for part of it, and then we went out for our anniversary supper last night and had a nice time together and came back for movies and just kind of chilled. So I had a request from, let me see if I can find my book here, from Holly, wondering about masterboards. And her comment was so cute because she said, if you can't do it, that's okay. Like, no problem. But like, I'm just sure I can do masterboards. I'm not an expert, but I just love doing it. So I have a 12 by 12 paper, and this is an 8.5 by 11. And really, it's thinner paper, and it's paper that I wouldn't normally use in, say, my junk journals. So they're one-sided, which is nice. You can coffee dye them, give them a little bit of color on the other side, but I just thought we'll keep it simple and we'll just do a few of these today. So if you want to craft with me, gather up some book page, music page, magazine pages, you know, with the words and some images, a piece of paper. It doesn't matter, whatever size you want to use. You know, if you want to make a smaller board, just use your 8.5 by 11. If you want to make it bigger, use your 12 by 12, right? So I'll do the 12 by 12 first. And I don't do little tiny pieces. That would just drive me up the wall. I'm being very honest because, you know, like, let's take this piece of paper. So if it was like, you know, these little tiny pieces of paper like that, and then you start gluing them on, that's going to take you a while. Like, no, I just don't do that. So I prefer the bigger pieces. Yeah, you can rip them and give them some shape if you want, you know. I'll keep the strips though, because I use those for paper ruffles. But I'm just gonna take off the whiter space and then break that down just like so. And you know, you can do half the size, which is fine. It's just those little pieces, you know. And your words don't have to be upright. They could be sideways, upside down. It really doesn't matter, because basically what you're making is your base. So it's just like anything that you're doing in your junk journals, you know, you make a base and then you make it pretty, right? So you can ink if you want or not. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. You can ink it after it's all put together. You know, it's your choice. And I'm just going to use a glue stick and glue the stuff on. Yeah, so I hope you will make one for yourself. Just gather your papers. Basically, you're collaging all your papers together, and then you'll be prettying it up when we're done, right? So I'm not sure. I'm hoping that you can see the whole entire thing. And I'm not even going to start at the bottom corner. I'm just gonna put it down just like that. I'll move it up maybe just a little bit. I'm just checking here, see what I can see. And different papers. I'll do this one all book page, and then the smaller one I'll do the music page. And you don't need a ruler to cut your pages. You can tear just like that. Give yourself some rougher edges. That's good too. If you like doing the little tiny pieces, you go for it. If you're looking to do a certain look or whatever, then you go right ahead and you do that. For personally, I would prefer to not use little tiny pieces. Of course, if you had little, little areas here to fill in, the little pieces come in great. There we go. I didn't ink anything. I just thought I would come on and show the whole process of doing it. Book images, like, when we come to the decorating of it, you use your all kinds of images, and it doesn't matter if it's going to go over your edge like that. It'll get trimmed down, so don't be too concerned about that. All right, just pop that down. These papers are pretty fragile. I just rub on it and it tears. So there, we'll just... And some people will glue the whole entire surface and then add their papers. But I find the glue stick, it wants to dry quicker. So I just do the paper just like that. And then I have other books. And the different prints, the different size prints, the different colored paper. You can add music paper and your book page together. Whoop. That's okay too. I find tearing paper very satisfying. We don't have Braden today. Mom's got a day off. She has a week left of her training. She's going to be one of the regional managers here at the Brown Social House, so we're pretty excited for her. She's just been working like crazy to make that happen, so we're very proud of her. Oh, sorry. It wants to glue to everything. Maybe I will go this way with it. And see that little area? You can just take a little piece and cover it, and that's okay. That's what I'll do with this one. I'll just take off the little points. But if you're going for a color theme, then use that ink color if you're inking, Just don't limit yourself to anything there. And then that just gives it another little layer of something, right? Here we go. Use my ruler again. It could be, you don't even have to cut the papers down if you don't want to. You can just lay them all out, do it this way and just kind of do it all the way around the paper. Even that would look awesome because, like I say, you're going to make it pretty once you're done. Like this is the longest process of putting down your base paper, right? I'm not even going to tear that one. I'm just going to lay it down. I will ink. Hopefully you don't mind the inking too much. It just adds a layer as well, another dimension with the ink. And now we'll just... The process goes along pretty quick, And if you have all of your pieces of paper ready, then it makes it even even quicker, right? Because then you just have to grab it, glue it, lay it down, and you don't have to fuss with it, right? But I just got the pages and stuff ready, and that was it. Thank you, Holly, for the suggestion. This is great. It's always nice to have masterboards together, and then when you have a project to do, then you can cut it up and dress it up, and you know, just go like that. Some people dress their masterboards while it's still together. I have done that with some stickers and stuff like that, and little images. But then there are times where I'll just do the base and I will cut it down and then dress it, which is good too. So it's your choice what you want to do. You know, or you can figure out, I haven't figured out anyway, you know, like if you want this section here as a tag, put your images in the middle, or this section for a journaling card. Well, yeah, that's just too much for me. Or some people will turn it over and put lines of, you know, where they want things to be, and then they will cut it on those lines so that the fronts are exactly right how they want it to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I don't do that. Sometimes I will cut it up right away and then dress it and then use it. I won't use that piece. That was the glued side of the book, and it was pretty thick with glue. Yeah, so just gonna just quickly do that. And if you use the bigger pieces too, it doesn't take as long to do your masterboard. So I'll pop this one. Oops, pop it down here. And yeah, there's spaces, but like I said, they can be filled in, right? So it's not a big deal. There, just pop that one there. I know I'm not even gonna ink this one, but if you want to ink and you don't end up inking, just take your dauber and just go on the inside, and then you can ink it up just like that. It's your preference. But I'm just gonna excuse me, I'm just gonna do the bigger pieces, and we'll get it filled in, and then we'll do some decorating. I went on Saturday. We have a little gathering with our ladies from Junk Journals Canada. That's a Facebook group. It's a Canadian group. And some of us get together and we craft, and we have little chit chats, and we just have a good time together. And so I went there on Saturday, and boy, we had fun. My friend Val, who had not been there for quite some time, she had been there, so it was so nice to see her and to have some laughs and spend some time. That was not quite thick enough. So yeah, are you doing anything today? Do you have plans for the week? You got holidays coming. I think Thursday is when we're going to Fort Edmonton Park, so taking Braden there for the day, so that's going to be a lot of fun. he's never been. And from my understanding, they now have the amusement park up and running. So that'll be nice as well. He wants me to go on a ride with him. I tell him I'm too old for rides. I don't do rides. No, you're not, Grandma. It's like, okay. So I guess I'll be going on the roller coaster. There we go. And see, you just stick some ink there, and it defines the lines if you like that. I like that, you know. In most cases, I like that anyway. I know I should have done the smaller one. It wouldn't have taken up all this time, but I just wanted to see the process of doing these. You know, and I think I might just put all of that there. Just cut down some of the white. See, it made it shorter, but again, that's okay. We'll just get a couple of little pieces where it's where the base, the other paper is showing, and then we will pretty it up. Oh, got a little kitty on there. That's all right. And this has glue on it still. So I'm just going to pop it there like so, and get a little piece like that. But could you imagine? I can't imagine doing all these little teensy weensy pieces on the base. All right, and there is our starting point. And it also makes it a little more sturdy, especially if the paper that you use under is thinner. So let me quickly cut this down, and then we will dress some of it. Maybe it's good I did do the big one, because you'll get the idea of the process, and then you don't have to watch me doing it again with the small one. Like, I don't know if you don't mind watching, or and most of you probably know the process of masterboards anyway, but for the new people who are wondering, you know, how to do certain things, then it's excellent for those people to be able to watch the whole thing rather than just bits of it, you know. So, and it doesn't matter, your top or your bottom doesn't matter, right? Right at this point, it's just your base. All right, so if you have your images ready, you have some stickers ready, stamps, like, let's just have a play at putting some stuff down. Like, I just took out these little bits of ephemera pieces. You know, they're very thin paper, and let's just start putting some stuff down. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything major at this point, but just a few little things that you want to have on your board, you know, and already it's giving it some character, right? And that's what you'd like to do. You just want to give your board some character, and then after you cut it up, then you can add your laces, you can add like, and I never have any formula. I don't know if you have a formula, if you're an old hat at doing, doing snippets and stuff like that, but I just like to add images in certain areas, and then if I get something in mind of what I picture it's going to be, then I will add other things accordingly, but oops. But then you just start to build. Just start building it. That one's kind of slippery paper on the back of it, so it's out of a magazine. But I mean, you can use magazine images. You don't have to go out and buy all this stuff. Buying the stuff is not needed. You just use what you have at home, and you can have a fun time with magazine pages, books. Like a lot of books have pictures, right? Oop, piece of glue there. Excuse me while I get it off my finger. Right, and just start adding. It shouldn't be complicated. It should be a very relaxing, fun time for you to just build on your base, Let's just stick that on my paper there, because and there's a little face image, like a lady there. But if you have something in mind, then you can cut this portion right here and use it as a journaling tag, or a journal card, and you can have her as your image, and you can add some lace and stuff beside her. I should probably do that now that I've said it, right? So let me just do a couple more things. I'll just add what I have here. There's tickets, it's really whatever. And if you're going for a color theme, find images in that color scheme. Some glue right there again, so I'll stick it on here. Just use this little image. You can use large images, it doesn't really matter. Basically, this is just my starting point. So it doesn't look like very much right now, right? But let's cut her out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? People are great with scissors. I don't know if I am so much, but I'll try. Just do a little cut, just like so, and then come down. I'm really it's just guesswork. All right, and you can be neater, and you probably will be neater than me. Boy. Anyway, we'll just cut it down. Right, and this could be, I'll just set that aside for a minute. This could be the journaling card. If you want it thinner, longer, you decide on the size that you want, because you know what size journal you're going to have it in, right? And it's crooked, but I'm definitely not a straight cutter with the scissors. I'll just ink that up, just like so. And then you get the pretties, you get the laces, and you can, the words, pockets, whatever you're going to do on there. Sorry. Grab my little lace bucket here. This is the one I travel with all the time. Got some huge pieces of lace in here. I don't want those. I was hoping for just some little bits of scrap. All right, so you can add lace. This is the, actually I like this one better. Just like that. This is just the Beacons 3-in-1. And I don't know if it's, you know, it's your style. If it's looking good to you, you do it. Don't limit yourself and try and, you know, you're pleasing you. You're pleasing what you like, and you're doing what you like to do, and really that's what it's all about. I'd have some little butterflies in here and some plants, and you know, you can just go all out. Oh, there goes Brat. Sorry if you can hear him. Tom, my husband, he just went out for a little bit, so now he's feeling alone because I'm in here and he's by himself. So, right, and you just add a butterfly right there. I'll use this as well just to, and I'm just going to glue the center, have the wings free sort of thing, just like that. But already you can see that it's adding so much prettiness to it. Oh, Brad has decided he'll come in here now. So you might hear him talking. And then you just add some words, you know, or a number, a label, stamp a number on it. Right, I'm just gonna add the word right there. And there you go. It's simple, it's pretty, and it's ready to go. And like I said, you can coffee dye it, or you can add coffee dyed paper, whatever kind of paper that you have. If you want to write on it, you use that. And you can add, oh shoot, what are those? The Nouveau drops, if you have those, you can add those to it as well. Let me just grab some. See if I have a nice color here. Yeah, just to show you what it'll look like. So these are just Nouveau drops. It's called Metallic Dirty Bronze. And basically all I do is just do some little dots. It's like it's an up down motion. So you go down, you get your dot, and you bring it up again, and it's just like that. And then the trick is to remember to move it away so that it will dry. All right, so I'll set it over there, pop my lid on, and so just like that. So let's continue. All right, so like I said, you can pick spots. So if I cut straight up, then these can be tags. You see what I mean? So let's maybe about that wide. And there's no guarantee that my lines are going to be straight. So that's just the way it is. I'm no professional, I tell ya. So you have this. So we know that it's 12 long. So if we cut it in half, or thereabouts, we'll just chop it like that. And then to do my corners, I usually just do that, take a hold of it where it's backwards, and then I will turn it over to the other side and then cut that, right? So that on this one, get rid of the corner, you can just hold it up like so, and then cut it just like that. There you go. And then you have a couple of tags that you can make. You can do whatever you want. They're already partially dressed, which is great. And then you can just start taking your pieces of ephemera. This I picked up on Saturday, and Antonio, my friend here, he's Antonio Makes here on YouTube. He would be so frustrated with all these minis. Yeah, he's just disgusted with how tiny these pieces are. But I'm sorry, Antonio, but I just had such a kick when I was watching him, and he was just floored by how tiny things were. But look at that. It just adds so much. So I'm just going to quickly ink it up and attach it. And if you have the Tim Holtz dollies, you know, now I have a big mess here, but that's okay. It'll all get cleaned up in the end. But yes, if you have the Tim Holtz dolls, use those, you know, or if you have images of people in your magazines, use them, right? You can cut them out, use them, and it's great. And I'm just checking to see if I had a little page here with some faces, but I don't. But I have these stickers. These are from Amazon. I'm sorry I don't have the packaging anymore, but you know, you can just add them just like that anywhere. So let's grab talking about face images, and it's like, where are mine? I just don't know. But I do have this little bird here. You know, you use whatever you'd like to use. There's no rules, there's no limit to anything that you can use in your projects, right? I hope this not too chaotic for you, this video. I try to do things as straightforward as I possibly can for everybody, you know, and already it's added so much to it, you know, and I'm sure there are people who do it other ways and who can make them simply beautiful, and I get that, you know, and that's awesome for you. But we all learn at different paces, and we all have a different way of seeing things when we learn, you know. And what we need to do is just do things and make it our own, right? It's nice to see the process of some things that others do, but then when it comes right down to it, it's what you do, right? It's your creation, so you do you. And I try to say that all the time. You do you. So you can take what you're shown, and then you can make it your own. And that's the beauty of junk journaling. You know, this wonderful world that we are all involved in of creating. I'm just cutting off a little piece of this because I would like to, because it's a tag, I'm just going to add this little bit up here, and I think I'll staple it because staples add another texture to it, you know, another element. And I'll just pop a couple there, just like that. And if you want, you can cover it. You can add another piece of ribbon or another piece of lace, but that, I love that. It's simple, it's beautiful, and you know, it's, yeah, I love it. Oops. And this is our other one. So we'll just do this one, and I don't want to keep you too long. I just wanted to make sure that you, you know, you saw the process, and then, yeah, you just go with it. Any size paper, if you want to make it your base, it doesn't really matter. You know, you can also take, I'm not going to put that straight, I'll just pop it on its side. But you can take all of your paper. This is just one more element and I won't overwhelm you anymore. But you can have these 2 sheets of paper, glue them together, and then just glue different pages together like that, and then use all of that as your base, right? And collage on top of that. So there's just so many ideas that a person can come up with, and you probably have some more of your own ideas, and if you do, please tell me. Like, tell me what your process is of making collage boards and master boards. And I'm just going to add that butterfly there. I think that's pretty cute. But you can build them up as much as you want or as little as you want. You know what I mean? Like, I've made them where they're all lace at the sides, but make it your own. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, it's nice to see what I'm doing and what others do, but please make it yours, you know, in whatever you do. I'll just pop this one on here. It's a little short. You can make a big tassel if you want. We'll see if my fingers work putting it on there. It's a little slanted, but you get the gist of it, right? I'll pop one more in the side here. There we go. Just like that. Ink it, paint it. Yeah, you just have to make it your own. But I think they look lovely, right? We didn't do the whole master board. That would take a lot of time, and I'm sure you guys have lots of things to do. But what I will do is I'll just cut the rest of this down just to show you the different sections that can be used, and none of it gets wasted, right, at all. So this, it can be another journaling card. And that one, and these can be some tags, but let me just straighten it up here. And if you wanted to dress everything first, then you can cut it strategically where you want it to be, right? So I'm just going to cut it there. So we'll have that, and then this can be a longer one. And then everything has a use. I mean, that's the only piece that has been left, but this can get used as well, you know? Just glue it onto something. We'll just make these into the tag shapes just to show you that that's what I'm doing. And then, yeah, you just go from there. Go to town, have some fun. Just like that. And then I'll use the same cut for this one, even though it's a bit shorter, but the width is still the same. Just like so. And then just line that up and then cut it. And then you have your tags, and then you just build on them. Right? I really like these leaves. Oops. That needs a bit of glue. I'll give it some stronger glue. My goopy glue. but just adding the leaf there looks gorgeous. And then I got this big butterfly. Do you think it's too big? I don't know. What do you think? Here I said we wouldn't be doing this because I don't want to keep you, and I'm still playing. Maybe this one's a little smaller. His wingspan is longer, but I'm just going to add him on there. And why not? All right. Just pop them like that. But I hope this has given you some ideas of how to do a masterboard and dress them. And you know, it's all about having fun. Get those magazines out and book pages, music pages, anything like that. Oh, take that little piece out of there. But that just added so much character to it just by adding a butterfly and a plant. And then here you got a kitty down in the corner. So it's a win-win. All right. All right, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. I think we're on here for a while. But yeah, I just thank you so much for the suggestion, Holly. And I hope this is what you were looking for. Something very simple, very easy, you know, no fuss, just get out your paper and have some fun. And that's what it's all about. We're not into difficult anything here. You know, we want things to be simple and easy and enjoyable, right? I didn't dress these two up, but we'll do that, and then I'll put them onto Instagram and show the finished product. But this is what we created today with our 12 by 12 masterboard. And yeah, hopefully this was good for you. It was a lot of fun for me. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for subscribing and liking, and thank you and welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have the most blessed day. And please take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.